Welcome, everybody, to another Shorty episode. This is My Worst Date. I'm Cassie.
I'm Keegan.
I'm Christina.
And I couldn't remember what month it was, so I just went right into that.
October. Spooky season. Can you believe it?
Oh, my God. Where am I? What's going on? I can't believe it. No. And almost didn't join you guys today because... So here's the thing with Chuck. Bless his heart. He is become his own unique man now and has no time to be sitting on mom's lap and cuddle like he did when he was kitten boy.
Oh, yeah. He's a teenager for sure.
Yeah, he's like, whatever, mom. Wow, you're ruining my life. And so, but today, this evening after dinner, I'm sitting on the chair and he came up and he made biscuits on my belly and then curled up. And I was like, well, this is where I have to die. And how I want to die eventually.
I mean, honestly. Well, I'm glad you made it, Cass.
I did. Yeah. You're lucky, but I'm here. Everything happened today. I woke up with a hangover. I started my period. So maybe that's why Chuck was like, let me help you.
Well, yeah, I am still unpacking boxes and getting used to the new place, and then put in my notice yesterday. So
woohoo! Congratulations!
Yeah,
you did.
And I love the new place, but I also woke up with a hangover because my brother and his husband came over last night, and we just had family time, seeing the new place and everything. I can't wait. You guys are coming over Saturday.
Yeah.
Well, not me, because I will be in the Midwest. And let me tell you, I'm going away for a month, but it feels like I'm going away forever. It's like Anthony has cried at least twice about the length of time. Well, because we've spent so much concentrated time together for the last 6 months. And every time I look at my cats, it's like it's the last time I'm ever going to see them. I keep telling Anthony, I'm like, you have to FaceTime me with the cats. I need to see what they're doing.
Yeah, a month is a long fucking time.
It is.
I know even when I would be on the road, anything more than 5 days and I was getting itchy, but if I was out for 10 and that's happened, I hate it. I mean, I get just full on anxiety. It's horrible.
Yeah, a month is a long time, but I keep reminding myself that we've been in this pandemic for over 6 months now, and it's flown, to be honest. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
Looking at it with that perspective.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Sometimes, yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, 2 weeks, it's gonna fly by, but judging by how long today was, I'm like, oh no.
Oh dear. I know. I went and I got up this morning super early and drove to Echo Park to get tested. So fingers crossed that I don't have the Rona.
Oh God. Well, if you do, I guess I do. So post it.
Will do. I'll send out a mass "oh fuck" text to the people I have seen in person. Luckily, that number is very small.
Yeah.
Well, I have a would you rather pulled up and ready to go. So this one's kind of hilarious because I'll read it. Would you rather be an only child or have 7 siblings?
Oof. 7 siblings.
I find this very relatable because I am both a single child, only child, and 7 of 7. So because my brothers and sisters are much older than me, I didn't always grow up with them in my house. Like my closest brother is 10 years older than me. So, I mean, a lot of like my, from age 10 on, I was like an only child pretty much. So it was, but having 7 siblings, gosh, it's just such a different dynamic.
Yeah. And I do think too that there's a relationship that you have with brothers and sisters that's just unique to anything else, like
I would rather have 7 siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, and the stuff that you learn, the childhood memories that you have, getting other people on your team. I think it would be lonely, to be an only child.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I sometimes wished for it when I was a kid, because I'm also a little bit of a narcissist. But,
I don't think I ever wished to be an only child. I don't think I ever wanted to be an only child. Like I don't even, it's not like I spend a ton of time with my siblings, although my older brother and I are Irish twins. We're only 11 months apart. So we grew up doing absolutely everything together. And I just can't imagine not having that kind of relationship. Like, I don't know what I would have done with myself had I not had someone in the house to play with, like a built-in playmate. I don't know. I mean, clearly it happens all the time, and I don't know. I guess I need to talk to some only children and figure out what they did for fun.
I guess I can relate more to being an only child because I did kind of grow up having to play by myself, crafting, doing stuff alone, and a lot of my own alone time. And I guess that, thankfully I lived in a town where I could like go and like hang out with like friends, and like my best friend lived like right behind me. So I practically lived over there. So it's such a weird thing. Like I do think I would prefer having siblings though. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you also can craft, like, I think of, my brother and sister and I weren't especially tight when we were kids. We were at each other's throats so much. It was like a small house. But even now I like look back and laugh at that. Like, we used to tell Patrick he was adopted all the time.
It's not a funny joke.
I guess terrible. It really depends on, I think it really depends on what your relationship is like with your siblings. Mm-hmm. And if there are 7 of them, I think it also depends on like where you fall in that like order, in like the birth order as well. Yeah. Because if there's 7 and you're the one smack dab in the middle, I could see how that would not be fun necessarily.
It would be if you're the oldest, you're the babysitter.
For sure.
You're for sure doing like
and when
all the babysitting.
And it depends on how close in age you are, because if it's like boom, 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 back to back to back, then I could also see not getting, like, no one really getting enough attention. You know what I mean? Or like fighting for attention.
The other thing is too, and like I can speak to, like, my sister has 7 as well. So does my brother. So they have 7 kids, and those were closer together. And I think what happens is you kind of almost like you couple up. I think what happened in my family is, like, for a while my closest brother was, I would probably say, my brother Sean, and then for a while I was probably closer to my brother Mike, and you know what I'm saying? So it switched kind of back and forth, like where I was in my life, kind of matching up as an adult, especially like where we were. And like you're saying, in the age group, like in the
birth order,
exactly. It kind of just depended on, I guess where I was at the time.
Yeah. Oh, good question.
Yeah. Anyway. All right. So who wants to start with stories?
I can go. Hold on just a second. Let me pull it up. Okay. So I read this one and I thought about when Christina was dating, and we had all of these conversations. So, okay. I was talking to a guy online and we finally agreed to meet for a date. I get there and there is a woman sitting with him. It turns out that it was his wife and they were looking for a third.
Come on.
He never mentioned that during our chats and then called me a cunt for saying that I didn't want to get involved.
Wow. The C word.
He whipped out the C word and was aggressive. So I thought that was kind of like a fun one to bring up. Not fun or funny, really, but because I feel like that happens a lot, and it's either like couples are very out and open, we're looking for a unicorn, that kind of thing on the apps, or they try and like trick you. You know what I mean? They try and get you.
Oh, yeah.
Get you, gotcha moment, you know? And I would be so put off. Again, like I feel like we talk about that on this podcast so much about like what you like, do whatever you want, but you have to be upfront and honest. Like, it is so important to be honest about what you're looking for on those apps because somebody will be down.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. And otherwise, you're just like wasting time, and it's no good. It's awkward for everybody involved. You know, it's much less awkward to just be who you're going to be because, yeah, it's bleh. Okay. Mine is. About 15 years ago, I went on a blind date with a guy that an old friend had set me up with. We met at the mall, had dinner, then went to see a movie. Movie finished up, and since it was going really well, we were discussing where to go to have a drink. He turns in his seat, looks me dead in the eye, and said he really liked me. He leaned in, and I thought he was going to kiss me, so I closed my eyes. As he's coming towards my face, he said, "You have the most gorgeous eyebrows I've ever seen."
I mean, thank you. To be honest, I would love that compliment because good eyebrows are hard to come by. I'm not going to lie.
Instead of the kiss I was expecting, he veered north and licked one of those gorgeous eyebrows.
No, thank you.
Full tongue the whole way across.
No. That is such a weird...
Absolutely not.
What a weird fetish to have.
Absolutely not.
I froze and just sat there blinking with this what the fuck, I cannot believe this just happened smile on my face. And 2 seconds later, he leaned in and licked the other one.
Whoa.
No.
Whoa.
No.
My dude, why?
Absolutely
I
fucking
got
not.
up, told him I had to leave, and bolted out of the theater. I was too shocked and horrified to even punch or slap him away. Like, who does that?
That's so weird.
That is so
I want to know
weird.
if he does that to like everybody or if her eyebrows in particular were super enticing. Like what?
Also need to see them eyebrows.
I really do. I wish there was a photo
Wow.
attached. I mean, I'll be honest. I've never wanted to lick an eyebrow before, but I have been mesmerized by people's eyebrows before. Have you ever seen people who you're like, your eyebrows are like insanely perfect?
Yeah,
is it just me? Am I weird?
No. There's a place, or there used to be, I guess, pre-pandemic in West Hollywood, where it's like this really high-end brow place. They charge like $500 to do your brows.
Okay, listen.
But
No.
the pictures, I'm like, those are good brows, and they're like the window frames to your face. You know what I mean?
I mean, no, I know.
Unless you
Look,
wear glasses.
that's what I'm saying is like I've been in awe of eyebrows before because I know what a change it can make to your face, and mine are so different. Like they don't look even close to similar, and I will like pluck them and try and shape them to look alike, but I never can. And then they're like kind of sparse, like kind of far apart, and yeah. I would pay good money to have somebody do some magic on my eyebrows, but I would not pay $500.
That's too much.
I want lickable eyebrows. That's what I want.
I do. Good laminated, lickable eyebrows.
I actually don't. I don't want anybody's gross tongue touching
Oh,
my
no.
forehead.
I don't want them to lick it, but I want them to consider it.
Yep.
I want them to be like, wow, eyebrows. All right. So, chatted with this guy for about 2 weeks before going to his house an hour away. I liked his personality, total smartass. When I got there, I was waiting in the living room for while he was finishing getting ready. Looking around, I saw comic book posters and beads in front of the door like you would get at like Spencer's Gifts. Not my taste, and a little juvenile for in our 30s, but who cares? Not my house. Then I registered what he was listening to on the radio. It was a call-in show where everyone was seriously discussing how they were planning for the impending alien invasion that was due to hit that next week. I laughed and called out to him that this was great stuff, totally hilarious. He answered, "It's not funny, man. You don't know how bad it is to get abducted. Shit's gonna go down next week. Then you'll know."
I
wish I was getting abducted right the fuck now.
I don't even really know what to say about that. I mean,
you're gonna learn.
I don't. Okay, I have no words. I actually don't have any words. I don't know how I would handle that situation. If I was in that situation, I'm speechless, actually.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how I would bounce out of that, but I'd want to bounce.
But I feel like, Christina, you would play along long enough for him to tell you his abduction story, and then you would bounce.
Yeah.
Because you know you want to know. You want to know what happened to him or what he thinks happened to him for sure.
I'd be like, what in the ancient aliens do you have to tell me right now?
Is there an Unsolved Mysteries that tells your story that I can look up and watch immediately?
So that I don't have to sit through dinner with you. Yes.
Yes. Okay. This one cracked me up. All right. A cutish guy approached me at a foreign film screening at my university in Arizona and asked me out in French, which was the language of the film. I spoke college-level French, so I accepted the offer of a date. I mean, he was kind of cute. When he picked me up that Friday night, he greeted me with Guten Tag. Okay, cute. A reference to the foreign film screening, right? Nope. From that moment on, he spoke nothing but clumsy German all night long. He took me to Blockbuster, I'm old, and we rented a German film. He spoke German to the cashier. He spoke German through dinner. He spoke German while watching the film. He tried to get to first base in German. And yes, this whole time, I was telling him repeatedly that I don't speak German. I can't understand him.
Oh, wow.
He just responded in German. But the weirdest moment was when his roommate came home as I was awkwardly leaving. My date was trying to convince me to stay in German. And my date interrupted our conversation to say in a perfectly normal Arizona accent to his roommate, "Hey, what's up, man?" And then turned back to me and continued to speak German. Okay.
What? Wow. The fuck is that?
I don't know. Like, did he lose a bet? Like, I don't understand.
That can be the only answer for that. Like, his friends were like, "You have to do an entire date in German only."
Yeah, and he's like, if you can go all the way with a chick speaking only German who doesn't speak German, like you get, you know,
$50
TV
or something. It was the 90s, I'm guessing, given that she went to Blockbuster. So we know that bets on dates were a big thing in the 90s.
Yep.
Or so rom-coms would have you believe.
Oh my God. Hey, what's up, man?
I'd be so furious.
My jaw would be on the floor. Yeah.
Imagine. But also, I'm like, how did the date even go on this long? Like, you went to Blockbuster, went to dinner, went back to his place, watched a movie. Like, I would have bounced. Like, after Blockbuster, I would have been like, oh, nah, dude, if you're not gonna, I don't have time for this, you know?
Yeah, we're not, I'm not gonna be able to understand a word. Yeah, that's at least a 4-hour date.
Yeah, and it's just a weird situation. Anyway, I would get major weird, creepy vibes if this motherfucker would not stop talking to me in a language I told him I don't understand. And
How hot
he
is he,
spoke.
How hot is he?
She said cute-ish, which means not cute enough. Not cute enough for this behavior. And he knew that, like, she understood his French. Talk to her in French all night. I don't get it. Okay, anyway.
He's like, "I'm so worldly."
Ugh.
Ham sandwich in Barcelona. Okay, mine is, I went on a date with a woman from the yuppie part of town. Half of the people have a lot of money while the other pretend they do, and it seemed all right until the check comes for dinner. Now, most of the time I pay for dinner since I'm usually the one asking the woman out, so it makes sense to me. But occasionally I'll suggest a split if I'm not really into it. I wasn't planning on suggesting a split, but before the waiter could put the check down, she says, I didn't bring my wallet because you're going to pay, right?
Oh,
wow. Put a damper on the evening to say the least. Now, I felt the need to explain to her how it wasn't cool. She just assumed I would pay, and she seemed to genuinely get it. But hey, I was young and naive to think people change that easily. She felt bad, so she invited me back to hers for a joint, and she wanted to show me something.
No.
Silly me, thinking I was in for a carnal treat. But she just wanted to show me magic. She tried to hypnotize me.
Oh, no. You know what? She should get together with the ancient aliens, dude.
My favorite thing so far.
I played along because carnal treat. And when she thought I was under her spell, she told me to take out my wallet and leave all my money on the nightstand and then go home.
No.
Oh my God.
That woman tried to rob me after finessing a meal out of me. Shaking my head, some people's kids should have been a blowjob.
I'm sorry. I need to know what happened after that. Like, I need to know what happened. Was he just like, nah, son? Like, what, how did he respond? Like, he just get up and leave? Not another word?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
You're getting sleepy.
You know what? That's bold, though. That's real bold.
Wow.
Because it can't have ever worked in the past.
No, it cannot have ever happened. That has never worked for her. What the I am dying. The fucking big balls on Brett to be like, hey, I'm going to hypnotize you with my magic skills and you're going to leave me your money. How do you even try something like that?
Oh my God. Yeah, you do have to have a level of confidence to try to hypnotize someone and rob them on a date. That's confidence.
Okay. All right. His profile and photos looked good, and during our chatting, I discovered he was a chef for his family's restaurant in our area, which is a foodie mecca. I thought good-looking, family-oriented, he likes to cook for his lady, promising. He invited me over for dinner one day, and I was very excited, as no man had ever cooked for me before. When I get to his house, I noticed that there was no cooking happening in the kitchen, although there was a nice bottle of wine. He poured me a glass and excused himself to where I don't know. I called out to him that I'd be happy to help cook dinner, to which he responded that he didn't feel like cooking since he had been all day in his family's IHOP. But that the hot tub was hot, and that's when he came out naked.
Whoa, hold on. Pause. A lot happened, I feel like, very quickly. He'd been in his parents'
IHOP. That's where he's a chef.
IHOP. Okay. That's what I thought you said.
You're like, no way she said that. No way.
Look, I'm not putting down IHOP. In fact, the other day, like legit the other day,
chef.
I got so sad. Facts. I got so sad because for like a split second, I forgot we were in the middle of a pandemic and it was like Saturday morning and I was like, I really want to go get IHOP. I'm like, I really want to go to get some like, chicken fried steak or whatever. And then I was like, oh yeah, we can't really just like do that nowadays. So like not putting IHOP down whatsoever. However, there I feel like is a difference between a cook and a chef. You should be kind of like straight up with that.
That's bold.
Yeah, I feel like
that's pretty bold.
When you work at like IHOP or Denny's or Waffle House or a place like that, you're a short order cook.
You're a cook, which is great. Yeah, absolutely.
It's
not putting it down at all.
Hard. It's hard.
You're getting my pancakes and my eggs out to me in a very timely manner, and I appreciate it.
Yep. But yeah, no. And then do we gloss over? See, if you had actually invited me over, not for dinner, but be like, hey, you want to drink wine and soak in the hot tub? I'd be like,
100. 100. I would have eaten before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or you know what? I would have provided perhaps a nice charcuterie platter for us to enjoy.
I fucking love a hot tub. I love a hot tub.
Me
so
too.
I'm not mad at that whatsoever. But being told that I'm getting a chef's dinner, I didn't eat lunch that day.
That's right.
What? That's going to be a good meal. So
I'm going to throw down.
I'm hungry. And then you come out naked.
It's a pass, dude. It's a hard pass. Especially like, I feel like you, Christina, and me too, we get hangry. Like everything would be 10 times more dramatic because now I'm hungry and I was not given what was promised and now you're naked. And I didn't ask for that.
I like it. I don't like any of that. That is not what I ordered, sir.
No.
Wait, is that the end of that story? That's it?
Yes, the end.
Oh,
this
whoa.
is a Shorty episode.
I thought that there was more. Okay.
Well, if you guys have shorties to write in, if you have would you rather suggestions or just want to talk to us, go to our one-stop shop of a website. It's myworstdatepodcast.com. We have some new fall merch that is super, super amazing to check out. You can also check out our new YouTube page. You could join our Patreon. I mean, Jesus, we're not doing anything else this year but giving you loads of really cool stuff to do. We are your pandemic one-stop shop. So we love you so much.
Cheers.